Give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekah Kodash. Double honors goes out to the other apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also want to acknowledge Al-Akim, who are pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. And Shalom to the elect. Alright, this is Shabai from the GMS Colorado camp. And I'm going to go ahead and read out of Ecclesiastes 5:1. It says,
Your life's journey begins here.
Salakia. It says, keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools, for they consider not that they do evil. Alright, so, you got people who come to the camps, and if they knew this verse, they'd be more ready to hear and more ready to listen, and not sit there and blab their mouth off. When most of the time people are ignorant, they don't have understanding on the scriptures. So if you have half sense, semi, what's the word I'm looking for? If you're not a total idiot, you use your head and you just listen at the camp, and this is something, patience, that deals with patience, Even if you think you know something, it's wise to go and listen first. All right? So, when you go to the house of the Lord, that's the camps. It's better for you to just be quiet and listen. Because, at the end of the day, we know through the Spirit, the men who are in this knowledge, this truth, we know that we're the teacher, all right? You're not going to come up to a GMS camp and teach us something, okay? When it comes to the scriptures. All right, and we don't say that, with, to be boastful or braggadocious. We say that because it's the truth. We know through the Spirit that the Lord is dealing with men. And we know through the Spirit and through faith that our elders...
Your life's journey begins here in South Dakota, the nation's most affordable...
This thing keeps on going off. It's irritating. But anyway...
affordable state for a college degree, with first-rate programs. From first-rate schools...
through the Spirit and through faith that our elders are the ones who, have this knowledge, have this truth. All right? So you got to be quiet when you come to the camp, especially a GMS camp. You come to listen and learn. Verse 2, it says, be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before the Most High, for the Most High is in heaven, and thou upon earth. Therefore let thy words be few. So that's a wise thing to do. If you go to the camp, just let your words be few. Maybe you raise your hand, be polite, ask a question. You don't just come up and start, speaking on things that, you generally don't understand. There's levels to this, just like anything else in life. There's levels to everything, And when you're coming to the camp, you're dealing with the highest level of understanding on the planet Earth. When we believe that through faith and through the Spirit, we know, because, you watch other camps, GMS camps, and we're all in the same spirit. And we all deal with these outsiders or these people that come to the camps with the same way, because we know where to go in the scriptures and how to deal with them. And it's a Yahweh given gift. You see? For a dream cometh through the multitude of business, and a fool's voice is known by the multitude of his words. And even somebody who has a lot of knowledge, if you speak too much, you're opening yourself to becoming foolish. You're saying something, when you speak too much, you're liable to go off. Especially if you're not seasoned and experienced in this knowledge and this truth. And even men who are in the camp, have been in the camp a while, we misspeak when we, violate this rule. It's better to read the scripture and give the proper breakdown than to really overspeak. All right. Verse 4, when thou vowest the vow unto the Most High, defer not to pay for it, for he hath no pleasure in fools. Pay that which thou hast vowed. Better is it that thou shouldest not vow than thou shouldest vow and not pay. Right, and that's another thing. We don't make promises neither. That's pretty much what a vow is. Don't. In other words, don't write any checks with your mouth that your ass can't cash. You see. Verse 6, suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin, neither say thou before the angel that it was an error. Wherefore should the Most High be angry at thy voice and destroy the work of thine hands? Yeah, so your mouth, the tongue the scripture speaks about the tongue being powerful. The tongue can literally get you kicked out of this truth, man. Just that. Just that part of your body alone, the tongue. Let me see if I can get a verse on that. Let me see. You got to watch what you say. And that goes for all of even the elders, Let me see. Just look at a few of these and I'll pick out one or two. Let's go to James and see how this looks. James 3:8 says, but the tongue can no man tame. It is unruly evil, full of deadly poison, especially when you're going off and you're not reading the scriptures. You're better off not to speak if you don't know the breakdown, or if you just sort of guess a breakdown. And a lot of brothers we can attest for that. Because we've had a slip of the tongue. Bear with me. All right. So let's see. We got. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha. (20:18). To slip upon the pavement is better than to slip with the tongue. So the fall of the wicked shall come speedily. An unseasonable tale will always be in the mouth of the unwise. Right, the unseasonable tale, the unseasonable tale is going to be in the mouth of the unwise, because there's no salt, there's no flavor, in lies. If you're not speaking according to the scriptures, or if you speak wrongly according to the scripture, it's better for you to slip on the pavement. Things. You could bust your hip on the pavement. You could scrape your knee on the pavement, but that's all better than to slip with the tongue and speak wrongly or speak at the wrong time. Right? Verse 20, a wise sentence shall be rejected when it cometh out of a fool's mouth, for he will not speak it in due season. Right, and there's a scripture, it's either, I think it's in Proverbs, but it talks about how, how useless a parable is in the mouth of a fool, So there's rules to everything when it comes to this knowledge and this truth, Everything. Let's see where we at. Verse 7, Ecclesiastes 5:7. For in the multitude of thy dreams and many words there are also diverse vanities, but fear thou the Most High. If thou seest the oppression of the poor and violent perverting of judgment, injustice in a province, marvel not at the matter. For he that is higher than the highest regardeth that there be higher than they. Moreover, the profit of the earth is for all, the king himself is served by the field. Right, and that's why this earth isn't yielding its full potential under the king right now. Who's the king? Is Esau Edom. The Pharaoh is basically about to be Donald Trump. The earth is not waxing as strong as it should be. Meaning, these trees that bear fruit, and these just the whole nature of what they call agriculture. It's not at its full potential under the wicked. When we get into the kingdom, that's when you're going to have some real, food, agriculture. Brother had a dream. One of the brothers of our camp, he had a dream that, and he actually passed on. He's in the spirit world, but he had a dream about grapes, and it took like two brothers to carry one grape. Because he had the dream, the Lord had given him a vision of grapes in the kingdom, man. Being gigantic, sweet, Just imagine the fruit in the kingdom and how good it's going to taste. Verse 10, he that loveth silver shall not be satisfied with silver, nor he that loveth abundance with increase. This is also vanity. Right, so you have these people who are money hungry, and that they remember, the love of money is what's wicked. It ain't money that's wicked. You would have money in this truth, but it's when you love it, when that's your master, that's one of your idols, that's when it becomes sinful. And if you love silver, just like if you love gold, you're never going to be satisfied, man. When goods increase, they are increased that eat them, and what good is there to the owners thereof, saving the beholding of them with their eyes? The sleep of a laboring man is sweet, whether he eat little or much, but the abundance of the rich will not suffer him to sleep. Right. And that's how it is when this truth, the Lord lets his servants sleep like babies, man. I know I sleep. My family, they'll even joke about how I can fall asleep anywhere, And my brother, he'll be like, he's not in the truth, but my brother in the flesh, he'd be like, man, I never seen nobody who could just sit down in a chair in 1 minute, and the next minute, he's snoring. He says, you're out. And the Lord gives his laborers good, sweet sleep, man, sweet rest. And it's always been like that for me as my whole life. You hear these people, around you talking about, oh, I didn't sleep, or I never sleep, or I don't sleep. I have a hard time sleep. Man, the Lord's servants, the prophets. I'm speaking for myself first and foremost, but I can attest that the other brothers who are in this knowledge and this truth, they sleep well, man. This is one of the many gifts that the Lord has given his elect, is sweet sleep. And just think about that, man. Sleep is important, man. Rest. And this ain't even our true rest, Micah 2:10 tells you this ain't even our rest, but yet the Lord's servants, and we're doing that labor of the work of the Lord. Hey, we sleep the best, man. I'm confident to say that. Verse 13, there is a sore evil which I have seen under the sun, namely riches kept for the owners thereof to their hurt. But those riches perish by evil travail, and he begetteth a son, and there is nothing in his hand. As he came forth of his mother's womb, naked shall he return to go as he came, and shall take nothing of his labor, which he may carry away in his hand. This is also a sore evil, that in all points as he came, so shall he go, and what profit hath he that hath labored for the wind? And really that's what it is. Like, they always say that in the world, oh, you can't take nothing to the grave with you. You can make all the kind of money, you can have all kind of material things, but you can't take that to the grave with you, Or people, I remember in the past, people that they knew me, oh man, you used to get all kind of women, you know, and maybe that's true, right? But what's good is it doing me now? You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is with this money. It's temporary. If you love the money, if you do this stuff if you do this truth for filthy lucre's sake, and you're not going to be blessed, you're in the wrong mindset. I just did a lesson earlier today talking about how you can't buy this truth. You can't buy this knowledge. All his days also he eateth in darkness, and he hath much sorrow and wrath with his sickness. Behold, that which I have seen, it is good and comely for one to eat and drink, and to enjoy the good of all his labor that he taketh under the sun all the days of his life, which the Most High giveth him, for it is his portion. All right, and so that's a good, that it ain't like, because people mistaken the prophets when we teach, like, oh, all you guys talk about is the doomsday, all you talk about is the end. You guys are negative, or you guys are like, they act like there's nothing good about us, right? But the thing is guess what? We enjoy to eat and drink. We get together with the brotherhood, and we have, like, last week or 2 weeks ago, the feast of dedication. Man, we had a good time. We drank, we ate well. We enjoyed our portion. Verse 19, every man also to whom the Most High hath given riches and wealth, and hath given him power to eat thereof, and to take his portion, and to rejoice in his labor, this is the gift of the Most High. So there you go, For he shall not much remember the days of his life, because the Most High answereth him in the joy of his heart. So, I just wanted to go in on a quick little lesson, and actually it was through the Spirit. I did 2 quick lessons tonight, because yesterday, man, I went upstairs. I told my daughter, I said, man, I'm going to go upstairs and knock out because I have a treadmill in my room. I was like, I'm going to go knock out my workout and knock out my lesson. And man, the only thing that got knocked out was me. I laid down for it was like 6:30 p.m. I must have been tired. I don't know what it was, but 6:30 p.m. I laid down, and I was going to just take a little power nap, and I ended up, I was asleep for the night. So I got some good rest last night. But, it is through the Spirit that I was able to get in two quick lessons this evening, and, it's all through the Spirit, man. So I hope you were edified with this little quick lesson. But I want to give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors goes out to the other apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also, one acknowledge the Akim, who are pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the 4 corners of the earth. Shalom to the elect. Shalom.